All right, so the research behind my problem of practice was that students need time to have rich math talks, and when you provide them with that time to explain their reasoning and talk with each other about their problem-solving strategies, that they will have a deeper level of understanding in all mathematics concepts. And the National Council of Mathematics suggests that teachers make time for students to use reasoning, reflection, and explanation. So my problem of practice was, how can I provide models of rich math talks and monitor each student's ability to reflect, reason, and explain their thinking? So I wanted to write a grant for a Canon camcorder, because I thought that would be a great tool to record those math talks. And my plan was to have daily math talks. We use the Engage New York math curriculum, and it incorporates something called an RDW process. And what that is the students, I allow a lot of cooperative work in my classroom. So they work together as a group. They read the word problem, break it down, understand the key verbs, look for those keywords to know what operations that they should be dealing with. And then they're expected to discuss what kind of model do they need to draw. So that's the D. And then the W is, after they've read it and they feel like they understand it, they've drawn a model that would help support their reasoning and their thinking and their problem-solving strategies, they're required to write out their answer using words. So I wanted to record these math talks and upload them to a YouTube channel. In our district, the students have Google Chromebooks, so we have Google Classroom where we can share those videos. There was something down there. And then I thought if I could capture those on video, when we have PLCs, if other teachers showed interest in student-led math talks, I would have that as good models to show them and use in professional learning. And I wanted to be able to review the videos to brainstorm feedback questions to move my students' learning forward. So the research question was, in what ways can I use the camcorder to not only impact the learning of students in my classroom, but other students as well? And I don't know if that will. Didn't do it. So that's just a link to some YouTube videos that are my classroom YouTube channel that shows some student-led math talks that kids can access and look, like if they get home and they're struggling with a homework assignment and their parents don't know how to help them and they can't remember what we talked about in class, they could go to that YouTube channel or Google Classroom, pull up the video. Yeah, just try one of them. That first one's fine.
Property to solve 8 times 7 by drawing a shape that has the top and the bottom side of 8 and the other two sides of 7. So I split the shape in half with me knowing that both halves are the same size. I found out that one side is 4 times 7. So I'll use 4 times 7 for the other. And I know that is 28. So I did 28 plus 28 equals 56. And I know that 56 is 8 times 7.
So that was one of my students explaining the distributive property of multiplication. And that was after they had already had the opportunity to work in cooperative groups and have those rich math talks in groups. And I do think that helps them feel more comfortable.
The question is, why does it take 3 copies?
I think that does help them feel more comfortable once they do get up, and because we always take the time to go over answers that the groups have come up with and have a debriefing and a whole group class discussion at the end. So I think working in cooperative groups gives them the confidence they need to get up and fully explain their thinking and their problem-solving strategies. So how I wanted to measure success, our district does a MAP assessment 3 times a year. And you can So when school first started, I was self-contained, and my homeroom was 3B. But since January, we have decided to departmentalize, and I teach mathematics, and my partner, who is a wonderful partner, does the literacy. And that's showing the results for math. I incorporated math talks with this group in August, and their projected goal met was 111.4%, and their median growth percentile was 54%. And I have put a strong focus since January with this group on math talks, and it shows their percent of projected goal met and their median growth percentile. That's good. That's fine. And I had some pictures that I had added after I sent my PowerPoint, but I just wanted, we also use math talks during ESS. In my classroom, I keep kids during my planning period for daytime ESS in our district, and they pull out their whiteboards. We do extra problems. I let them tell me. Most of the time, they tell me what they need extra help in. So there they are, sitting in daytime ESS, having a math talk as well. And I just took a shot of my classroom one day when they were all having math talks, working together as their team. Thank you all.